What's good, everybody? So, they have dropped the trailer for Evil Dead Rise. And let me say this, I fucking love this trailer. This trailer is really, really good. It's eye opening. It has suspense. It has everything that a good horror film needs, and something that we haven't been getting too much of lately, you know. And it looks like you got some people in the horror community that's trying to bring that back, and I'm excited about it. So, let me give you the details first before I give you my thoughts about it. The Evil Dead Rise is scheduled to come out April 21st, and it's the fifth installment of the Evil Dead franchise. Now, the premise of the film, it says a road-weary Beth pays an overdue visit to her older sister Ellie, who is raising three kids on her own in a cramped LA apartment. The sisters' reunion is cut short by the discovery of a mysterious book deep in the bowels of Ellie's building, giving rise to a flesh-possessing demons and thirsting Beth into a primal battle for survival as she is faced with the most nightmarish versions of motherhood imaginable. So, now, I'm excited about this because if you all know, the last Evil Dead film that they did was kind of like a remake of the old one where they was in the cabin. It was okay. You know, it was okay. It was good, okay. But it wasn't what I expected, and it could have been better than what it was. But not to knock it, saying that it was bad. It was good, but it could have been much better, you know. And we had the other Evil Dead things that they was doing on streaming or network and all those other things. But now, uh, with this new Evil Dead film, it looks like that they said, "Hey, you know what? You know, um, we saw how the last Evil Dead film did. We saw how the fans react to it. So let's go a different route with this. Let's start off the new year by bringing something funky, fresh, new to the table, bringing something that the that horror film fans have been wanting to see for a long time. Because the first Evil Dead film was off the chain. It was really good, the first one, and you had some ones after that that was okay, but it just couldn't live up or kind of come close to that first one. And this one seems like that they're going back to the basics. They're going back to the gutter, like, oh, let's take it back to when we was hungry. Let's take it back to what people want to see. And looking at this trailer, that's what I'm getting. That's what they did. And I'm so happy that they did that. Because you got Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell. They're going to be executive producers on this. You know, So we seen the other Evil Deads where kind of Bruce Campbell was either in the film or he had like little cameos or whatever. But this one, he's going to be executive producer. You know, so I'm pretty sure that him and Sam Raimi had some input with helping these guys saying, "Hey, let's take it to this route. Let's do it this way." And I'm so glad that they did, because at the end of the day, this is their baby. You know, this is their baby. This is what they put together. So, and they've probably seen how so many other horror franchises have fallen off and haven't done such a good job with it. They're just like, okay, just let everybody do it. But they're like, no, let's get involved with it. And you can see that in the trailer. The trailer, the other thing I like about this trailer is that you can tell that it's going to be a lot of edge of your seat um, suspense, and not that whack suspense or those whack jump scares. These are going to be some jump scares that's going to make you be like, "Oh shit! Did you just see what the fuck just happened? What is that?" You know, those are the good jump scares. But also, just judging by what they said, what the film is about, is definitely, you got a good storyline with the jump scares and everything going together. I don't see why this film should not or I wouldn't say should not, I'm just going to say this. We're going to speak it to existence. This film is going to be a big hit when it comes out in April. This is going to be a film that I'm pretty sure that everybody and their mother and their auntie and their sisters and brothers are going to be running to see this. Not only that, but people who are Evil Dead fans like myself and fans of the franchise are really going to see this. And so far, since they released this trailer, a lot of people have been talking about this trailer. The comments that people have been saying, like, oh man, this shit looks good. I can't wait to see it. Oh man, it's just, the comments are just telling you how people feel about this. And also what I found out was that originally they were supposed to release this on HBO Max as far as like streaming. But I'm so glad that they changed that and said, no, we're not going to do streaming. We're going to take this straight to the theaters. I'm so glad that they're not doing that, because when you're trying to put everything on streaming, it's okay, but I just feel like it's some stuff that needs to go to the theater. And not only that, but movie lovers like myself, we want to go back to the theater. We want to get the experience of being in the theater. We know with COVID and everything has passed. We get that. We know people, like some people kind of nervous, whatever, but we need to get back to the theaters. But also we need to have a reason to get back to the theaters. And so far, they've been releasing a lot of good movies that's bringing people back to the theaters. And this is going to be one of those movies that's going to bring people back to the theaters, and also going to be doing right by the horror genre, because horror fans, including myself, horror the last couple of years, including last year, has been kind of up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. We haven't had a really good horror film in a while. Now, a couple of horror films that I saw last year that was pretty good. One was The Menu, and the other one was Smile. And you guys can check out my videos that I did about those two. But other than that, I just felt like we just haven't had good horror films in a while. And not only that, when it comes to people being possessed films, kind of got tired of that as well, because they had just ran that into the ground. Every film that came out, somebody was being possessed. Somebody was being possessed. You had the Conjuring films about people being possessed. Then you had the other films about being possessed. You had this film. It was so many films about people being possessed to where people was like, I don't want to see it anymore. I'm just tired of it. It's all the same thing. But with the Evil Dead, when it comes to making films about people being possessed, the Evil Dead has put their stamp on making these type of films. Because even though the other couple of films was okay, but you can't really say that you saw an Evil Dead film in a franchise that you was just totally, totally disappointed. So when it comes to possession films, the Evil Dead has got their foot and they stamp in that. And you see that with this trailer. So I am ecstatic, excited, happy. Can't wait to see this trailer. I mean, not this trailer, but can't wait to see this film, because it just brings all those great elements that we haven't seen in a good horror film, in a good possessed horror film in a long time. So if you haven't seen the trailer, check out the trailer. Leave me your thoughts and comments about how you feel about it. And until then, stay tuned.